Alright guys, what is going on? Just made a little pit stop at Ace Hardware. We're going to start fishing here pretty soon. My name's Connor Shea. Yeah, I'm a college student. I like to usually fish down in southern Minnesota here. It's where born and raised, hoping to you know, go out today, catch a few fish. So yeah, we'll see you out there. Alright guys, so we're just going to give you a taste of what I kind of fish in here. I got my my bag on with all my tackle in it. I got 3 poles, and we're kind of approaching the water here. We have to go up this pretty steep ass embankment and come back out on the other side, you know, going over all these rocks. Definitely almost sprained an ankle here once or twice. Water's up today, which is nice. I shouldn't even, actually I can't even really say that. This used to all be underwater here, but you know, we've had it's been a lot of dry weather the last couple of months. I mean, maybe the last month or so, I guess. We just got a bunch of rain yesterday, and so that's gonna be good. We're gonna be bringing the smallies up close to the area that I fish. A lot of people don't want to fish over here for really, it's one big reason, and we'll get to that in just a moment if you haven't already seen it. Oh god. So these rocks over here, they used to be about 6-7 inches above the water, so that's pretty huge. The reason people don't want to come over here though is this area right here, because you got to cross it. So it's actually good for me because keeps my my spot a little bit more secluded. See, I'm just wandering in here. It's just, you know, the mighty Mississippi. You don't want to get swept away in this thing, so can't really blame people for not coming. Okay, so funny moment just happened. Gosh, I should really be recording while I fish. I'm just giving you updates. Sorry about that. The battery wasn't charged, so this is what we're resorting to. But funny thing happened when I was just reeling in my last cast. I'm fishing with that swim jig right now, and I think I showed it, but it's kind of a fucked up swim bait hook, where, you know, this right here, it's bent out, so the weight's actually coming off. It's almost gone, so I'm actually gonna have to go back to the store and buy some more swim bait hooks pretty soon here. But I fish here a lot, especially during the school year, so it was, you can imagine my surprise when I reeled this in, which is another one of my swim bait hooks, and the plastic I was throwing last week, you know, this creature, and I reeled that in I didn't get a fish, but I reeled in my swim bait hook, you know, from last week that I lost, so, which is good. I'm gonna have one extra swim bait hook for a while, but that was funny because I just telling you how swim bait hooks are probably what I lose the most here. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I've lost probably 15 lipless here this year. So, you know, you calculate that up, and I've probably lost $60 just in lipless. So, hopefully that trend doesn't continue, but we got one thing back. We thought about, or we tried diving in here. This is all a really rocky area, but the bass will go for those lipless like candy. I swear to God, like a fat kid loves cake. But you lose so many of them because they'll hide under a rock, or, you know, they'll get stuck. And so we actually went in there once to try and fish them all out, and we couldn't find a single one of these lipless. But yeah, man, it's kind of funny that I caught 3 fish today, and the only other thing I've brought in is my own lure, or is my own setup from last week. So I guess, you know what, better than nothing. That's all I can say. Better than nothing. guys, oh my goodness, not been a good day. You know, we haven't been. I'm here by myself. I'm cold because I'm wet. I'm wearing my wet water shoes. I'm not catching fish. Like, it's just not been a good day. You know, I was thinking I should probably save my first video to you guys for a day when I have a good one, like to draw you in. But I figured it'd probably be a good character thing for you to see, you know, everything before that. So yeah, I mean, I've been throwing a whole lot of stuff today, and I just have not been having a whole lot of luck. You know, keeping it spread and keeping it going, but it's they're not biting. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They're biting. I lost 2. Probably more than that. Technically I've caught 3 fish, but I had one against this wall right here. I flipped it up to myself, and he fell off. So if you want to call that catch and release, that was a nice smallie. That was the first catch of the day. But yeah, you know, the other ones, I've been catching them along this wall, or I had bites along this wall, and right away, God, there's more bait fish right there, and there's nothing there. I just haven't been getting them to bite hard enough or to take it. You know, they'll thrash at it, and they're doing that. I probably had 3 bites on my first 10 casts against one wall. I've got a fish over here, I've got a fish over here, but I have not been able to bring in any big ones. So yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of a mental break to recoup a little bit. I'll show you what I'm working with here, or what I have on. Just keep in mind, don't thrash me too much. You know, I'm a broke college kid that goes to the tackle shop and buys stuff on clearance because I can't afford anything else. You know what I mean? So, and my poles too. I mean, like, I broke 2 poles, and you know, I don't have the money to fix them. Or get new ones, and so, you know, that's kind of a bummer. I'm working with 3 spinner rods today. That's usually my usual setup. I actually usually bring 4 here because I switch stuff quite a bit. But I'll tell you what I have on here. I got this today. That's a little bass finesse jig. I haven't had luck on it yet. I figured I'd try it. I got it for 99 cents. So, you know, what could really be wrong with it, in my opinion? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, that's great. The other thing I'm working with is a little swim jig, or a swim bait, excuse me. So I got that. Yep, got that on a weighted swim bait hook. And then the third thing I got is a little popper. I haven't really used him a lot today, but he's here in case I need him. Then I got, you know, this is kind of my tackle box setup. A lot of cheaper stuff in there, but you know, I got my cranks, my square bills, I got bass jigs, I got finesse jigs, I got, what else do I have in there? A couple top water. I got a frog right there, jig heads, little wacky rig stuff, spinner baits. Then there's my plastics. I got another tackle box in my backpack. But yeah, well, I'll get back to it. Hopefully we'll catch another one before my battery dies. That's the plan anyway, so stay tuned. Alright guys, looks like not calling it quits was a good choice. Just pulled this guy out of the water. We're gonna get a weight on him, and then we'll get a release. That was a great catch. Oh god, beautiful fish. Alright, we're gonna do the slow-mo release here. They got me all wet. Jesus. Okay, guys, we are out. I don't know if I was able to really show it, but I did catch about 2.5 pound largemouth bass as I was leaving. Which, you know, that's not actually what I was going for today. I wanted some smallies, but it's better than getting skunked. So, both of those fish were heavier than the ones I had caught earlier. I guess, you know, I caught one smallie today, but I didn't even get him in. He flopped off when I was lifting him up. So, all in all, I was glad that I was like able to have, you know, finish the day well. You know, that last one, I moved to another spot for just probably 5-10 minutes before, you know, it got too dark. And, you know, it's still, as you can tell, it's still a little light out. I could have stayed out a little longer, but, you know, the fish were, I guess I definitely could have stayed out there a little longer. But the problem is when I let that first fish go, I got soaking wet. So, on top, you know, it's 56 degrees right now in southern Minnesota. I'm in shorts, my feet are wet and cold, my shirt was wet, I was cold, you know, it was just, it was definitely, it was kind of a good thing I got out of there when I did. So, yeah, you know, to have a day with, I caught fish, that's, I guess that's what's important. I definitely fucked up a couple times with setting the hook, but, yeah, so, thank you for watching, guys. You know, my name's Connor Shea. I'm going to be posting videos probably once or twice a week. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would like to hear from all of you.